came to Oceanside for the U.S. Soccer Development Academy playoffs at the 16-17 level, and after today, only 8 will remain. And in Group B, the two teams with a chance to go through are Sockers FC and Weston FC. I'm your host, Mark Serban. It's a pleasure to be with you for the final match day in Group B as the number 4 FC Sockers take on the number 12 Weston FC. And this is going to be an excellent game. Both teams 2-0 heading into this final game. Weston FC, however, has a lower goal difference. Therefore, they must win to advance because any draw means that Sockers FC will go through on goal difference. And the man to score those goals is Roger Freitas. 16 goals on the season for the Weston, Florida native. Well, Sockers FC coming to this one off the back of a 2-0 win over Oakwood and a 4-2 victory over the Baltimore Armor. A draw or a win today, and they will be through to the last 8 of these U-16-17 playoffs. That better goal difference is a big reason, thanks to this man, Stefan Stojanovic, a 2001 Youth National Team player. Stojanovic is where most of the goals come from for this Sockers FC side. He scored in the 2-0 win over Oakwood. 90 minutes to decide who will go through to the quarterfinals from Group B in the U-16-17 U.S. Soccer Development Academy playoffs. This is a repeat of the 17-18s match last night as the Sockers beat Weston 5-1 in that one to advance to the quarterfinals. These Weston players hoping not to suffer the same fate as their older teammates. As Fabrizio Cubetto is looking on, the Sockers in their final huddle. 2-0 over Oakwood on match day 1, 4-2 over Baltimore Armor on match day 2. Gives them a +4 goal difference to Weston's +3 goal difference. So even though both teams have 6 points, that goal differential is the tiebreaker. So a draw will take the Sockers through. Weston comes in off a 2-0 win over Baltimore Armor and a 3-2 win over Oakwood to set up this match today. And it's Stojanovic who gets this match underway between Sockers FC and Weston FC. Mark Serber with you here on USSoccerDA.com. Thank you so much for joining us. These feature matches have been amazing so far, and we're expecting another good one here over these 90 minutes as it's Sockers FC in their all-white kits with blue trim who have the ball and are attacking to your left. Weston FC in all black with blue jerseys attacking to your right. And it's the Sockers possessing the ball around the back in these first 30 minutes and an early giveaway. Played in for Cardenas. Has Cubetto, but Cardenas goes inside, skips by Liliewicz. And this is Musendin. Musendin tries to send it in the channel. Fabrizio Cubetto was making the run but couldn't get there in time. So it'll be a goal kick for Sockers FC. Can see David Richardson looking on, a former pro who started Sockers FC and has developed nearly 50 professionals through the clubs such as Jay DeMeritt, Mike McGee, Will Johnson, Michael Bradley, just to name a few. As Cade Hagan got a foot in, allows Liliewicz to win it. And it will be the Sockers ball. One back by Cardenas. Forward for Hambra, back to Cardenas. Has a player making a run out wide, but it's cut out. Musendin has to be aware of Stojanovic. And Stojanovic coming back, challenging for that ball. Came back from an offsides position. The Sockers came in as Mid-America Division champions. 18-1-4 in the regular season. 57 goals for, and get this, just 11 goals against in their 32 games played. Best defense in the DA for this Sockers side. Weston FC finished second in the Southeast Division, just 2 points behind champions Atlanta United with a record of 21-7-7. It's a team that can score goals, 74 over the course of the regular season, and have added another 5 here in the first 2 games of the playoffs. This is the long ball looking for Stojanovic. Has a beat on Soriano, but Soriano able to body him off the ball and he'll clear. Brought down in midfield. And this is Liliewicz. Pops it out to the far side. And good job tracking back from Weston FC to win the ball. Now it's played forward for Hambra. Hambra was unable to slip it through. And cleared out on the far side. So it'll be another throw-in. Liliewicz battling for it. It's Weston who win it. It's Musendin to bring it forward. The Pembroke Pines native in his second season in the Development Academy with Weston FC. And this is the danger man Freitas. And a very good job by Barnes to force him out wide and win the goal kick. That's where you're going to want to keep Freitas away from the goal. And Perrin Barnes did just that. Barnes on the ball is committed to play his college soccer at Butler. Off to his center back partner, Dan Iskra, who's headed for DePaul. Good one-touch passing from the Sockers as they work their way through the midfield. Cade Hagen was looking for the run of Stojanovic. Instead, it'll be Weston's ball. Stojanovic spent time in the 2001 national team camps, as has Cade Hagen. Hagen has done it with the O2s. He was in an O2 camp in last December. So it's a good run on the far side from Lucien Lang. One back by Lilowitz. Was trying to find Matej on the far side. Bielich helping out on the defensive end. And it's poked into the space for Lilowitz, but it's Weston who get there first. Near side for Cardenas. Gets the overlap from Kubetu. Well, the Soccer is able to clear. And able to keep it inbounds as well. This will go into the box for Shwaki to take. Shwaki out of Mount Prospect, Illinois. And the center backs will play catch in the 7th minute. Can clearly see the 4-3-3 of this Weston side. Sockers were able to break through the first one, but not the second. One back, though, and this is Lilowitz. Had Hagen out wide, tried to go inside where all the traffic was. Freitas was running off the back shoulder of Barnes. The flag stays down as Barnes wins it. And this is Iskra to bring it out. Iskra slips it inside for Ramadan. Omar Ramadan's older brother, Yusuf Ramadan, plays with the 18-19s, and both of them play in that number 6 position as the defensive holding midfielder. Well, tigerish work from both teams on the far side, and Weston will keep the ball. It's poked out for Cardenas. Has Kubetu charging in front of him. Gets it inside. Cardenas with the return ball, has a step on Barnes, arrows his way into the box. Cardenas pulls it back, and it's smacked clear. Hagen turns, and will keep possession for Sockers FC in the 8th minute. And that was well stepped in from Henry, but his ball too far in front of Freitas. One in a position where they can counter, but Barnes quickly shuts the door. He's not allowed to go forward. Can Bielich. Bielich being marshaled by Musendin. Bielich continues his run. Space is open up for Bielich. Has Stojanovic in the middle. Over the head of Stojanovic, looking for Hagen at the back post. He arrives. Now Hagen to send it in. And the header. And the opening goal. Stojanovic looks like he got hurt scoring it, but it's an effort that will be well worth it in the end as Sockers FC have taken the 1-0 lead. Bravery from Stojanovic to open the scoring. He's paying for it dearly. Stojanovic took a knock for his troubles, but it was a great header. As the cross came in, Stojanovic textbook downwards right into the corner where Glacier was unable to get to it. Perfect cross from Cade Hagen. Stojanovic attacked it and attacked it to perfection. It is 1-0 Sockers. Stojanovic looks like he's all right, walking off under his own power, talking to the trainers. That's really good signs. Training staff has done an excellent job out here all week. Now Stojanovic, we'll see whether he's allowed to return quickly or whether or not he has to go through the concussion protocol. The good news is if he does have to go through the concussion protocol, there is a rule that allows a player to enter for him, but then Stojanovic, once he's cleared to play, can come back in, swap with the players, and it won't count as a substitution. And that's exactly what's going to happen. As coming in for the goal scorer Stojanovic is Lenin Soriano. So 17th appearance for Soriano as he's on for the goal scorer. But Stojanovic can re-enter. 1-0 in the 11th minute in favor of Sockers FC. Stojanovic with a brave header to give the Illinois side the lead. Hagen, the man who had the assist, gets that header. Soriano with his first touch. Bilic has some space, but coming across, and necessarily so, to make the challenge was Cisneros. So it'll be a throw for Cuberu. Cisneros for the Sockers. Good pressure being applied by Cardenas. Barnes gets back to his keeper. He slipped, but Choueki able to get it away. Be another throw for Cuberu. Out of Davie, Florida, Cuberu in his second season with Weston. Space for Cardenas, but he's whistled for the foul. Good look at your center referee for the afternoon, Dennis Vargas out of Cal South. He's being flanked by Justin Lopez out of Eastern New York. Joseph Palazzini is the assistant referee number 2 on the far side from New Jersey. And the fourth official is Sam Pizzimenti out of Michigan. Cisneros gets help from Lilowitz to win the ball back, and this is Cisneros taking off down the near side. Inside for Soriano. Cisneros continued his run. Has Soriano in support. Lilowitz comes over as well. It's Soriano who wins it back for the Sockers. Spins away from the pressure. Still going Soriano. Perhaps one touch too many, but they keep the ball via the throw-in. And in fact, this one's going to be a free kick, as he was taken down with a 2-footed challenge as that ball went out. And now Stojanovic is okay to come back in, so Soriano will come back out. But Soriano can come back in later, as this won't count against the substitutions for Sockers FC. So good shift put in by Soriano, and it's good to see that Stojkovic is okay to continue after he got hurt scoring that 9th minute header. A free kick whipped in on the ground. This is Iskra. Barnes comes back to receive it. Forward for Cisneros. Quickly closed down. And a good job by Cuberu to step into the passing lane. Hambra to bring it forward. Had Cardenas overlapping him. It opens up the space in the middle for him to play it. And Musendin gets it. We'll get it back. Henry. Free kick. Cisneros, the guilty party. When this is a dangerous ball back, Soriano dealt with it well. Cisneros has a long way to go to get to this one. He'll just let it run out of bounds for a goal kick. Good job by Soriano. Never know, or excuse me, Cisneros, never know when the ball's going to stop dead or something like that. And if he doesn't chase it, and a player in a black jersey does, he could have been in real trouble. But in the end, just a goal kick for Shawecki. Majority of this team featured 2 years ago at the U13-14 level in the Dallas Showcase. They won on that day. Need only a draw today, but they are winning 1-0. It's lovely skill down the right-hand side. Stojanovic tried to lay it off for Lilowitz. Just not enough on it, but Sockers do win it back in midfield. They're controlling the possession, Sockers. This is Bielich. Out wide, and what a turn that is. And it should be a free kick. As Cubeto was outwitted by the sleight of foot from Cade Hagan. Oh, such quick thinking, Hayden. And the technical ability to pull it off as well. Bielich will leave this one off. Looks like it's Cisneros who has a chance to tease this one into the mix in the 17th minute. It's a good ball to the near post, but it's over the head of Stojanovic and floats all the way through for Glacier. And that's tremendous distribution from Rafael Glacier to the far post. Glacier, born in Brazil, his favorite team down there is Santos. Former team of a certain Pelé. Soccer's looking to attack as Hambra's whistled for the foul. And now both the referee and the assistant referee sprinting in to make sure there are no extracurriculars from either side. This is Batista Hambra getting a talking to from the referee. Getting his first start of the playoffs, Batista Hambra. Correction, second start. So another chance for Sockers FC to play the ball into the box. Have already shown their aerial prowess early on in this game. You can see the entire Sockers FC Academy right there cheering him on. So this falls for Bielich at the top of the box. Dragged his shot well wide of the mark. But a good job of Bielich to get onto it. So it'll be another goal kick for Rafael Glacier. 25th appearance of the season for Glacier, 21st start. Mate goes to ground. It's a clean challenge, says the referee, but Bielich wins it back in midfield. And that ball just asking a bit too much of Lang on the far side. So it'll be a throw in for Weston in the 19th minute. Bit of head tennis in midfield, bought down by Bielich. Musendin was able to take it off his boot. Good defending on the far side. Bjelic leaves it off for Stojanovic. Stojanovic. Cisneros. Inside for Omar Ramadan. That one over the head of Mate on the far side. So it'll be a throw-in for Weston. Vasquez's pass was off kilter, so it'll be a throw-in for the Sockers. It's Barnes to bring it forward. Plays it into the path of Lillywhite. Hagen steps in. Oh, Bjelic made a run behind the back line. Instead, Hagen turns, creates some space for himself. Now trying to find Bjelic, but he was backing away from the play. However, Lillywhite wins it back. Barnes. Stepped in by Musendin. A good drop of the shoulder from Henry to spin away from Hagen and get that ball back to Soriano. Vasquez. Morales. Tried to slide it into the pocket inside, but Lillywhite was there. Oh, Hagen trying that, not in the best of positions. But a great job by Ramadan to get back and win the ball. Now looking for options forward. Gets it out wide to Cisneros. Inside for Hagen. Bjelic. Beautifully done to get out of traffic and start the attack by Sockers FC. However, Bielic's ball hit off of Lillywhite as it was looking for a player making a run down the wing. This is inside for Vasquez. Slides it through for Freitas. Just missed his touch. Had it hit off the left boot of Freitas as he was reaching for it, he would have been in alone on goal against Shawecki. Instead, it rolls into his arms, and he quickly gets it out to Barnes. Ramadan, 22nd minute. Sockers with a 1-0 lead in a game where they only need a draw. So essentially it counts as double as Weston need 2 goals. The other 2 teams in this group, Oakwood SC and the Baltimore Armor, playing as we speak. In their final game. These are the only 2 teams that can go through to the quarterfinals. Only the group winner advances. And a great job by Barnes coming over in cover. So it'll be a throw in deep in the Sockers' end. So this match has been a very physical one. It was good shielding by Cisneros, allowing Barnes to get back on it. Talk about shielding, that was tremendously done. As the clearance comes in, right to the feet of Stojanovic. Kills it instantly, turns, and wins the free kick. And will there be more action taken here? It's just a stern talking to for Vasquez. Good refereeing by Dennis Vargas. Referee who I believe I've seen in the USL before. Barnes gets it back to Shawecki. Headed away by Soriano. Taken down by Hamra. This is why you have to chase it down. That ball didn't go out. Shawecki Good pressure being applied by Freitas, working tirelessly up top for Weston. Sockers FC able to play out of it. Now looking to use their outlet in their number 9, Stojanovic. 19 on his jersey, number 9 in position for the goal scorer, Stefan Stojanovic. Omar Ramadan at walking pace. Back to Barnes. Light pressure being applied by Freitas and Hambra. Lilowitz comes back to receive. There's good ball movement this from the Sockers. Now they look to attack over the top. Stojanovic tried to play it for the run of Mate, but it's well defended by Henry. Couldn't pick out Musendin, however, and it's the Sockers to go back the other way. This is Hagen. Has Stojanovic to the top of the box, has Bilic as well. Bilic trying to engineer a bit of space. And taken off of his foot by Hambra. That's great defending by Lang on the far side. There are plenty of scouts in front of me watching this game. One of them is Eric Visser, very experienced scout here at U.S. Soccer. In fact, 27 of U.S. Soccer's network scouts, all of the Development Academy's technical advisors, and every single U.S. Youth National Team coach is here in Oceanside for the U.S. Soccer Development Academy's playoffs and showcase. Eric Visser, part of a network of 140 scouts that even before this event had taken place, had scouted approximately 3,000 DA matches this season. Bilic. Lang gets it forward. Mate watches it drop out of bounds. It'll be another thrown for the Sockers. Quickly played up to Lilowitz. A long ball back to the keeper. This could be awkward for him. Stojanovic chasing him down. Very well done by Glacier. And it's Lang doing the defending once again. Well stepped in by Iskra to win the header. He'll promptly sprint back to his center back position. Stojanovic looking to trouble the keeper once again. Over the head of Cubeto. And it will be a throw-in for Sockers FC in the 27th minute. This game, one of 625 being played here at Oceanside over the 2 weeks for the U.S. Soccer Development Academy playoffs and showcase. Almost 7,000 players from 410 teams have descended on the SoCal Sports Complex in both the Boys and Girls Development Academy. Started back in 2007 with just 2,500 boys, and over 11 years has evolved into a program with over 19,000 boys and girls. As Hagen works his way into the box, but the shot was right down the goalkeeper's corridor. Still wonderful work from Cade Hagen to create that space for himself, and he struck it well, just didn't have the necessary direction to beat the keeper. Glacier, beautiful distribution. Almost right onto the head of his attacker. Mejia was unable to win it, and it will be a throw-in for the Sockers. Cleared out by Henry. Bilic threads it through. Stojanovic pushed away by Glacier and then swept clear. Freitas doing a great job to ride a wave of challenges and gets it off for Mejia. Freitas now into the corner. Iskra cuts him off and gets it forward for Lang, who wins the throw-in on the far side for Sockers FC. Both the U-16 17s and 18 19s for Sockers FC won the Mid-America Division. The U-18 19s on to the quarterfinals. Can the 16 17s join them? Soccer is one of 26 academies to have their teams make it to both playoffs in both the 16 17 and 18 19 levels. There's that shot from Stojanovic, stinging the gloves of Glacier. Good hold-up play from Stojanovic. Lilowitz with a touch off for Bielic. Out wide for Matej. Lovely combination play to open up the space on the wing for Matej. His cross is in, and it's skipped off the head of Kubadu over the head of Hagen. Cisneros is forward, and his cross is blocked, but it will be a corner kick. First of the game for Sockers FC. Two players in the box. A number 6 getting ready to crash it in white jerseys. That ball punched away by Glacier. It's Bielic who's first to it. Barnes. Inside for Ramadan. Past the half-hour mark in Oceanside. 1-0 Sockers lead. They only needed draws. So that one goal really acting as 2 for them. Weston FC attacking with 3, and it's cut out by Iskra. Iskra and Barnes have been so solid through these first 31 minutes. And there's a player struggling. And the trainer being called on. So it looks like it's Andreas Cardenas who's down. Cardenas was in the battle with Matej, and then Iskra came over, got the ball, and you could see right at the end of that, Cardenas fell awkwardly on his shoulder. It's a clean challenge from Iskra, got the ball, and then Cardenas just falling on that arm. Cardenas out of Doral, Florida is up from the U-15s for these 16-17 playoffs. It's his 13th appearance with the U-16-17s, has a goal to his name as well at this level. And I hope that Andreas Cardenas is all right. Shawecki, always talking to his center backs, as any good goalkeeper will do. Chance for both teams to get some water if they want. Some players have come over to the touchline. Pierre Barnes looking on. Pierre Barnes will play at Butler. His center back partner will play his college ball at DePaul. 2 of 1,056 academy players who signed to play college soccer in 2018. Well, it's good to see that Cardenas is sitting up. His head coach, Kevin Nyland, came out to check on him. Great sportsmanship from Cisneros, coming over to make sure that he's okay. Shawecki and Perrin Barnes doing the same as well. And so Weston FC are gonna have to go to their bench early here. It's Federico Tellez who's going to come on. So Tellez makes his 34th appearance of the season. Probably a lot earlier than he was planning to make it. And we resume in Oceanside. Clear to Stojanovic. Leaves it off for Bjelic. Push forward for Matej. Running 1-on-3 Matej. Matej elected to go alone. Pushed down by Soriano. And you think that that would have to be a card as well, and Dennis Vargas does go to his book. Matej pushed it beyond Soriano, and Soriano said, all right, the ball got beyond me. You're not going to get by me, though. And he takes a yellow card for his troubles. So Soriano becomes the first player to go into referee Dennis Vargas's book. And it'll be a free kick for Sockers FC. Didn't have the necessary trajectory. And Tellez gets his first touch on the header. One back by Cisneros. And good defending from Tellez to ride him out of bounds and win a throw-in for Weston FC. Inside the final 10 minutes of first half regulation. And because of that injury to Cardenas, we're going to have some stoppage time as well. It'll be a free kick for Weston FC. Quickly taken. Musendin flights it over to the far side. Neatly brought down by Morales. Tried to get it forward for Mejia, but it's poked away. Kubedu. Tellez unable to spin Cisneros, and it'll be Cisneros' ball. Good tracking back by Musendin. Inside for Vasquez. That ball inviting the outside back to get forward. It comes back to Soriano. Morales comes back to retrieve it. And he'll swing it over for Henry. Ooh, Henry has to chase this down. It's going to roll to Cade Hagen. And it went out of bounds before Cisneros could get to it, but it will remain with the Sockers. So a throw in for Julian Cisneros. And Stojanovic wins another throw in. Wind really picking up in Oceanside. Sweeping from right to left across the field. Stojanovic working on Henry. A hit off the Sockers last. So it'll be Weston's ball. Club that was established in 1998 with only 100 players, now has over 1,000. Perrin Barnes over the head of Stojanovic. Henry gets it forward for Tellez. Cisneros hounding him, and Cisneros not allowing him to get the return ball. Cade Hagen will be whistled for the foul. It was Hagen's cross that led to the opening goal for Sockers FC, headed home by Stojanovic. So textbook header, downward, placed into the far corner. Couldn't ask for better technique than from that of Stefan Stojanovic. This is the second of our 3 feature games today here on USSoccerDA.com. Coming up at 4 o'clock, it's the Hudson River Derby between the New York Red Bulls and NYCFC. Both teams have a chance to advance from their group to the quarterfinals in that one. Right now, it's Weston looking for an equalizer in a game that they have to win. Vasquez gets back to Soriano. This is Hagen, a 2002 U.S. international. Spinning, fighting off 2 challenges, and winning a free kick. Inside the final 5 minutes of first half regulation. Stoppage time will be added on to the end of this one. So we've had a few injury stoppages. Cisneros over the dead ball. 7 players crowded around the top of the box to get on the end of this, and arriving was Stojanovic. That was a beautiful ball sent in from Cisneros. And it was Lang up from his outside back position who just wasn't able to direct it goalwards. But still did such a good job to attack that ball. And it will be another goal kick for Rafael Glacier and Weston FC. Cisneros with a good driven ball, hung up in the wind, and getting there first was Langen. Just couldn't get his effort down. It's so good to get past his man and beat the keeper to it as well. It's those runs in deep that are so dangerous when a defender falls asleep and then you slip by his back shoulder. That's exactly what Lang did on that opportunity as Cisneros gets it out to Bjelic. Bjelic brought to ground. Tellez looks perplexed. Dennis Vargas is absolutely certain of his call. So it'll be almost a carbon copy of the last free kick. Cisneros hoping for the exact same kind of service. This one's hung up in the air a bit longer. It allows Glacier to come out and punch. Tracked down by Perrin Barnes on the far side. It's a beautiful ball dragged back. Good defending though from Musenden on the far side. Cleared away by Soriano. Only as far as Lilowitz. Lane gets it out wide. Matej comes back to keep it in. Back to Bjelic. Looking for Lilowitz. Lilowitz able to poke it off the foot of Musenden. And flying down the far side was Bjelic, and he wins another throw-in for Sockers FC as we head into the final 2 minutes of the first half. That one beyond the reach of Matej. And smacked clear for Freitas to chase. Barnes touches it back to his keeper. And that's not the ball Shweki wanted to play. So it'll be a throw-in for Weston and a chance to get their players forward. So they've been on the back foot for about the last 5 minutes. Stepping in is Ramadan. Wrestled away by Musendin. He gets it back to Henry. Oh, it's well controlled by Hambra. This will be a free kick as Cubeto got past Bielich. He was stuck in a foot. Can Weston FC find the equalizer on the stroke of halftime? It's Vasquez and Tellez who are over it. A two-man wall for Sockers FC. It'd be Vasquez on the right or Tellez on the left. And the referee not happy with the pushing and shoving going on at the top of the box. It's Vasquez who sends it in. It's a good ball, and it skipped off the head of Hambra. So close to finding the equalizer, but it remains 1-0 in favors of Soccer FC in first half stoppage time. A free header just too tall for Hambra as he flew in. It's Vasquez. It was a delightful ball. It just skipped off the shoulder of Hambra. Alhambra so close, but in the end, hitting off his shoulder. Lilowitz had to come back for it as that ball died down instantly in this wind. So thrown for Cisneros. 1 minute of stoppage time has elapsed. Lilowitz brings it down. That's off his head last. Thrown for Cubeto. In the middle for Vasquez. Musendin. Soriano out wide for Morales. Morales motoring forward. The cross hoisted in, cleared away by Pierre Borans. One back by Vasquez. Tellez. Inside for Freitas, who's been starved of service today, Freitas. And this free kick will go against Weston. Freitas thought the referee should have been pointing the other way. Well, you have to credit the back line of Sockers FC for crowding out Freitas and cutting off those balls into his feet. That's why he's been kept quiet here in this first half. Henry climbs highest to win the header. Lovely back heel from Tellez. And it's Cubeto trying to get forward, but he can't get around Barnes. Excellent work by the center back. So it'll be another thrown for Weston. Oh, what a turn that is. Freitas, well, you see what happens when he does get the ball at his feet. See Vasquez asking referee Dennis Vargas, please watch the grabbing of the jerseys. Back out for Cubeto. Good shielding from Stojanovic. He's brought to ground to win the free kick. So Perrin Barnes will take this free kick deep into first half stoppage time. Oh, what a move from Hagen to keep that in. Stojanovic tried to get it back to Hagen, but he overran it. Henry barging his way down the line. Tellez gets it into Musendin. Vasquez. Just beyond the reach of Henry. And that will be the last action of the first half. Sockers FC striking early as Cade Hagen swung in a ball for Stefan Stojanovic to head it back across the face of Rafael Glacier, and it nestled into the far corner to give Sockers the early 1-0 lead, and that is how things stand after 45 minutes. We're going to take a break, but we'll be back with you as it's 45 minutes down, 45 minutes to go here on USSoccerDA.com. At the half, it's Sockers FC 1, Weston FC 0. All set for the final 45 minutes in Group B. Sockers FC with a 1-0 lead over Weston FC. Sockers need just a draw to advance, so Weston need 2 goals. It was a pretty comfortable first half for the Sockers. They dominated the run of play, but we've seen in many of these feature matches, they've gotten turned on their heads, and we could very well see that here. So it will be Weston to kick us off. The winner will advance to Tuesday's quarterfinals. And then those 4 winners will go on to championship weekend in Kansas City, July 8th through 10th. But for now, still 45 minutes to see who will go through from Group B. As we're back underway at the SoCal Sports Complex in Oceanside. It's Morales. Gets it off to Henry. Neat little flick to the far side. And this is Kubetu getting forward. Kubetu turns Bilic inside out. Launches in an early cross. Mejia. Lang watching him. The overlap allows Mejia to send an early cross. It's a good one, but it's hooked clear. Matei. Inside for Lilowitz. This is Ramadan. That one asking a bit too much of Matei. And Soriano shields it out of bounds. Goal kick for Weston in the 46th minute. Iskra. Ramadan. Far side Cisneros. Hagen. A player went down. It's Kubetu who's struggling. Fabrizio Kubetu looks like he's going to be okay. And so it's a talking to for Hagen. Take a look here. Hagen steps by. I think he might have stepped on Kubetu. See, went down. There it is. Stepped on his foot. Wasn't intentional, though. Still hurts. And this is Morales. Morales ridden out of bounds by Matei. So it'll be a throw in for Lucien Lang. Matei into the channel. Holds it up along the end line. Has Stojanovic in support. Bjelic. Beyond Stojanovic, Matei was coming back from an offside position, so he lets it roll out of bounds for a throw-in in the 49th minute. Morales can't get by Lilowitz. Oh, what a spin by Vasquez. Able to play his way out of traffic. Henry with a burst of speed. One back by Ramadan. Ramadan bombing forward. Gets it out wide, and that's a good sliding challenge from Henry. And this time the free kick will go against the Sockers, and things getting a little bit contentious here. Cisneros never one to back down from a challenge. So that's a tremendous sliding challenge from Henry to get it off the boot of Cade Hagen. And then Cisneros coming in. It certainly was a clash of knees. It's well stepped in by Iskra. Matei spins away from Musendin, gets it back to Perrin Barnes. Into the pocket for Stojanovic. Got it out wide. Hagen was dispossessed. Ramadan picks up the pieces. Bjelic. Lang jumping into the attack. Lilowitz. Love the way he finds little pockets of space to get the ball, Lilowitz, and then looks to combine. And here he is, Lilowitz. It's Matei in support. Lang as well. Was looking for Stojanovic. Hambra. Tellez loses out to 4 white jerseys. And Bjelic will go back with it to Barnes. Lovely spin from Barnes. Gets it inside for Lilowitz. It's a good combination, but that ball too heavy for Lilowitz. It rolls out of bounds for a goal kick. Good build-up from the Sockers. It'll be a goal kick for Rafael Glacier. Brazilian puts this down right in the middle of his goal. He's looking for options. He's not happy with what he sees in front of him, so he pushes everyone up. Bought down on the chest by Bjelic. One back by Morales. Musendin. He's been so smart in possession, Musendin. Tellez. Hagen all over him, and he wins it back. This is Cade Hagen in the 53rd minute. Played it behind Stojanovic. Iskra steps in and steps over the ball. Mejia. Musendin. And Mejia runs out of bounds. Stojanovic has the game's only goal. There'll be another throw in for Lang. 54th minute. Second half is really yet to spring to life. Lilowitz dancing on the ball. Has his pocket picked. And Henry wins the free kick on the far side. Takes it quickly. Musendin. And there's his ability to get that ball and find the feet of a teammate, even under heavy pressure. Henry very frustrated and now pushing over Stojanovic. That is Vargas having a stern chat with Stojanovic. Take a look. He had already called the foul. But really not much in it. Can understand the emotions. There's a lot on the line. These teams playing for the right to move on to the quarterfinals. Matei. Morales misses it, so it'll be a throw in for the Sockers. Both teams winning their opening games. However, the Sockers have a better goal difference, so a tie will not be enough to see Weston through. Bjelic skips by the challenge, gets the byline, pulls it back across. Lilowitz is there, and it was poked off of his boot right as he was cocking back to shoot. Ramadan. Ramadan works his way into the box. This is a great ball played in from Bjelic, and he was setting up to shoot, but a Weston defender gets a boot in. Soriano finds the feet of his keeper. Glacial trying to find Tellez on the far side, but it will be a throw in for Cisneros and company. Free kick will go the way of Weston. Haven't had much success going forward in the second half, Weston. The space has opened up here for Morales. He takes it. They have that option on the wing, but they don't have the second or third option coming in. There it is. This is much better from Weston. Vasquez unable to get it over the head of Lang. It's Morales, who's still up there, wins the throw-in. Mejia checks back to it. Back to Morales. Hoisted into the box just over the head of Freitas, and a handball. Referee points to the spot, and it's a chance for Weston to draw level from 12 yards out. So it'll be Roger Freitas looking for his 17th goal of the season to get Weston level at 1. It's Freitas versus Shawecki. Referee making sure that everybody's toes are outside of the box. Well, it's going to be Simon Vasquez to take. It's Vasquez. It's a lifeline for Weston. 1-1 in the 58th minute. Vasquez the scorer. And it's hope restored for those in black and blue. Tenth goal of the season for Vasquez, and it's a big one as it gets Weston back on track in the fight for the quarterfinals. Vasquez saw the keeper shading to his right, so he put it down the middle. Now the noise level is picked up at the stadium field here at the SoCal Sports Complex. It's game on once again. Cisneros. Nice sliding challenge. It's Great high pressure from Cisneros. Instead of tracking back, he makes sure that there's no chance of a counterattack. Now Cisneros is going to get a talking to for smacking the ball off the boards in frustration after being whistled for that foul. You can see the entire Sockers FC Academy is out there supporting them, and Cisneros will get a yellow card for his reaction. Emotions are running high, but you do have to control them. And Cisneros goes into the referee's book for kicking the ball off the advertising boards in frustration after he had been called for a foul. Well, you saw the Sockers FC Development Academy players standing behind those boards, and there's a big cheer every time they win the ball. Lilowitz shielded off the ball by the goal scorer, Vasquez. Intercepted by Matei. Matei wants to go at it alone. This is Matei. He cleared away before Ramadan could get to it at the top of the box. Headed back in by Iskra. Hambra's header went the wrong direction. Henry cleared it off of Lilowitz. Stojanovic trying to bulldoze his way forward. And he's able to get there. And it was off of Henry last, so it'll be a corner kick. Second of the game for Sockers FC. So it's Ramadan who comes over to take. 2 players in the 6. Another 5 players getting set to make their way into the box for the Sockers. So this one comes across, and it was headed away before Stojanovic could put it back across goal. Lilowitz. Well, both of these teams pressure, hassle, harry, and make it really hard to get around them. Bielich. Out wide for Hagen. Hagen trying to dice his way through. Musendin skipped past Bielich, but couldn't keep it in bounds, and it's a throw-in for the Sockers on the far side. Mejia has space down the left. It was his cross that led to the penalty call on the handball. This time it comes in on the ground, and it's swept clear by Barnes. Musendin shields off Bielich. Nice flight of foot from Morales. Into the middle for Henry. Lifts it over the top. Oh, how about that for a pass into the channel? Played in, getting his foot on it. It's going to be out for a corner kick. First of the game for Weston FC. As Iskra got his foot on it, but Shweki was unable to get to it before it went over the end line. So it'll be a corner kick for Tellez. Was a Weston player down, but he popped back up quickly. 4 players lined up right across the top of the 18 for Weston. There's another player right at the top corner of the 6 on the near side, and it goes short. That's a delightful ball into the mix, and it's easy for Shweki in the end. Look at that for distribution from Shweki right to the feet of Hagen. Long searching ball right onto the foot of Stojanovic. Stojanovic brings it down. It's Stojanovic! It's a good save. But how about that for a counterattack? 2 passes, outlet from the goalkeeper to Hagen, and then a 70-yard ball to Stojanovic. Beautiful sequence from Sockers FC, and it wins them their 3rd corner kick of the match. Just look at that for a ball. Great control from Stojanovic, and a great job by Morales to get back and get his foot in. Hagen put that 70-yard ball on a dime for Stojanovic, and it just wouldn't settle for him, and by the time it did, Morales was able to get his boot in and make the block as the corner kick flies into the arms of Rafael Glacier. 65th minute, and this is Mejia waiting for the overlap. It was read by Lang, who shields it out of bounds for a throw-in for the Sockers. Stojanovic in the 9th minute for the Sockers. Vasquez from the spot in the 58th minute to draw us level for Weston. What a turn from Hagen, and he's gonna have a go. Cade Hagen, the ability to turn the game in an instant. And he very nearly did there. Just picked his head up, knew where he wanted to go, just couldn't get it to drop in time. But Hagen has been the most dangerous player in terms of going forward for Sockers FC this afternoon. Inside for Musendin. He'll let it run for Vasquez. Goal scorer gets back to Musendin. And out wide for Morales, who if he doesn't get his foot in there, it could very well be 2-1. Weston must win. Vasquez over the top. And Hambra didn't continue his run. Well, with Weston needing to win and the Sockers just needing a draw, it's like every goal the Sockers score counts as 2. Stojanovic heads it for Lilowitz. He brings it down for Bjelic. Plays catch with Matej. Now over the top, looking for the run of Lilowitz. And he's able to keep Soriano from clearing it, but it will be a throw-in for Weston. This is Freitas. Really the first time in the second half he's had a chance to run with the ball. Freitas gets the ball slipped back into him from Hambra. He'll bring it down. Bjelic intercepts and wins the throw-in for Sockers FC. 68th minute. 1-1 would be enough for Sockers FC to advance. Their 18-19s are already in the quarterfinals. Can their 16-17s repeat the trick? Hagen helps it on to Lilowitz. Morales hooks it clear, only as far as Ramadan. Finds the feet of Matej. Flicks it into Ramadan, who continued his run. Matej skips around Soriano, puts in a dangerous ball, and it was headed away before Stojanovic could grab his second at the back post. And look at the way Ramadan gets back, but he'll be whistled for the foul, and it's a free kick for Weston. Some pushing and shoving off the ball. Musendin was pleading his case with referee Dennis Vargas. It's good refereeing from him, just making sure to calm things down. Vasquez. One more match coming your way here on USSoccerDA.com after the conclusion of this one. 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. It's the Hudson River Derby, the New York Red Bulls and NYCFC playing for the right to go through to the quarterfinals of the U-16-17 U Soccer Development Academy playoff. And the break could be on here for Weston if they can hurry. It's 3-on-3. Freitas works his way into the box. It's Freitas, plays it across, and getting his foot in was Lang, and punched away by Schwecke. It was a good punch from Schwecke, not allowing it to go out for a corner kick. And in the end, it's the Sockers who win a throw-in on the far side as we head into the final 20 minutes of the 90. Well, they're starting to get further forward here, Weston. Sits one back by Vasquez. Looking to slide it in. This is Freitas. Pulls it back. It's 2-1. Bautista Hambra scores the goal that, as things stand, would take Weston through to the quarterfinals. That ball slid inside for Freitas. Lovely move to lose the defender, and then played it back across so unselfishly for Hambra to slap it into the empty net. Did so well to pick his head up, put it back across goal, and Alhambra arrived and punched it home. Roger Freitas, so often the goal scorer, turns architect this time around and now is telling his Weston side to keep their heads. And now it's the Sockers who must score if they want to advance. So it'll be a throw-in for Lang. Lilowitz unable to get it back to Bielich. Mejia on a mazy dribble. Now it's forward for Freitas. Able to win it off of Barnes. Bielich. Into the feet of Stojanovic. Rare miscue from him, but he's able to rescue the situation and keep it in bounds. Inside for Matej. Just trying to get it back inside for Stojanovic. But it'll be a throw-in for Sockers FC, 73rd minute. Sockers must score. Into Stojanovic. Push forward for Lilowitz, but Glacier gets there first. How the tide has turned in this one. From 1-0 down to 2-1 up. As things stand now, it's Weston who would be heading through to the quarterfinals of the U-16-17 U.S. Soccer Development Academy playoffs. Played through for Freitas again. Flag stays down, and Freitas very nearly picked out the upper corner. Very cool and cloudy day here in Oceanside. Wind beginning to pick up again. Helps Shawecki's goal kick forward. Headed away before Stojanovic could get to it, but it will be a throw-in. Sockers FC chasing the equalizer in the 75th minute. Lilowitz. In for Matej. Matej smashed into, and it's going to be a goal kick. They play it short into Musenden. Sockers looking to press high. Morales. Musenden hasn't taken off his foot. Stojanovic going in, he goes down. No complaints though from Stojanovic. So here's a look, and both players were off balance as they were going for it. And it had gone out of bounds, so it wouldn't have been a foul anyways. In the end, it was just the goal kick, but they tried to play it short, and now they're having trouble getting out of their end, Weston. Ramadan. Thought about the cross, instead leaves it off for Matej. Back to Lang. Into the center for Bjelic. Back out wide for Matej. Now he curls it in. Lilowitz brings it down, and it was an important intervention from the defender. Shot takes a deflection, pushed onto the crossbar. And now what's the referee gonna do here? Well, the Sockers players are incensed because as Lilowitz was going to head the ball, a defender got his foot in right near his head. It's just the goal kick after that melee. But it was a great save from Glacier to push the deflected effort onto the post. So what an important step in that was from Soriano. Stojanovic chases it down. Bjelic hoists it in. Lilowitz is there just over his head and out of bounds for a goal kick. Let's take a look. Lilowitz brings it down. And as it comes back to him, this is where they get frustrated. Oh no, there's the deflected shot rather. And it was pushed onto the post. Tremendous goalkeeping from Rafael Glacier. And then this is where they got upset. As Lilowitz went to head that ball down, Soriano gets his boot high. Oh, correction, it was Kuberu who got his boot up near his face. And now Weston is going to make a substitution, as it looks like it's Henry who's struggling behind the play. Will it be his number that goes up? No, it's going to be the goal scorer, Hambra's. So Hambra leaves, but he could very well be the hero here. His 12th goal of the season, and it could be the one that propels Weston to the quarterfinals. It's Nicolas Pereira who comes in from Weston. Pereira making his 4th appearance for the 16-17s, up from the U-15s. This one headed out. Still plenty more drama to be had in the final 11+ minutes of this one, but a reminder that coming up next, it's the Hudson River Derby between New York Red Bulls and NYCFC. This one going out of bounds just before it went past the corner flag, so it's going to be a throw-in rather than a corner kick. You have the feeling, though, that there are still goals left in this one. Yesterday we had 2 goals after stoppage time. Stojanovic works his way into the box but can't get proper contact on the cross. Vasquez. That one looking for Freitas. One in the middle by Pereira. Barnes. Matei trying to break down what's been a very resolute Weston defense. Lilowitz able to get it out wide. Hagen can't get by the first defender. Brought down by Cisneros. Little touch off for Hagen. Wanted the early cross in. Finds Matei. His first touch let him down. So it'll be a goal kick for Weston as we head into the final 10 minutes of regulation. One goal for Sockers would be enough to see them through to the quarterfinal. But as things stand, Weston would top Group B when all is said and done. Henry heads clear. This is Lilowitz. Lilowitz again. Neat little flick to get it out wide. Cisneros. Matei. Working into the box, Matei, and winning the corner kick. Roberto Matei just wasn't given that half yard of space he needed to pull that back across goal. Does win the corner kick though. It's quickly taken into Bielich. Matei trying to get to the byline. And Matei wins another corner kick for Sockers FC. Rafael goes up, it falls, and then somehow comes back to Rafael Glacier. Keeper missed it the first time, but it pinballed right back into his arms. And Glacier will get it out wide for Tellez. One back by Hagen. Cisneros pushes it back to him. And it will be another throw-in for Sockers FC. Chasing the equalizer in the 82nd minute. It's Cisneros' cross in. And Rafael punches clear. Langs forward now. Matei unable to spin. Iskra gets back and is able to wrestle it away from Freitas. Barnes gets it over to Cisneros. Quickly forward, looking for Lilowitz. Poked away by Soriano. Space for Pereira. And quickly closed down in midfield was Tellez. Bielich looking for options. In the end, has to use Ramadan. Barnes, Bielich. 83 minutes have gone here in Oceanside, and it's Weston with a 2-1 lead, and they're looking for more. Freitas in a foot race with Iska. Freitas wins it. Freitas drags his shot wide. Oh, Freitas so dangerous and so often the goal scorer, but this time he had pulled his effort back across goal for Ambra to score in the 71st minute. Unable to ice it this time around, however. Stojanovic, score of the lone goal for the Sockers. Hagen battling. Cisneros. As Tellez draped over him, and Tellez will be whistled for the foul. Both the boys and girls academies out for the Sockers, trying to will their 16-17 boys on to victory. Play to the back post. Too tall for Stojanovic, who was trying to put it back across the face of the goal mouth. And now we're going to have a substitution. Third of the game for Weston. And it's Juan Panuncio who's going to come in for Federico Tellez. So Tellez, who came on as a sub early to replace an injured Andres Cardenas, exits. And on comes the Argentine Juan Panuncio. Into the final 5 minutes of regulation. This one skips all the way through for Shawecki. Ramadan comes back to receive. Touches it out wide for Cisneros. Cisneros trying to be too fancy with it. Gets back and gets the foot in. Panuncio wins it. Inside for the danger man, Freda. Skips around Iskra. Gets it out wide. This is Mejia. Mejia takes himself to the touchline and wins the corner kick. Well, Mejia's first touch took him too far out wide, but he does well to keep the ball and win the corner for Weston as more time will bleed off this clock. It's Vasquez who's coming over to take. The question is now, with 4 minutes left, is it too early to start holding the ball in the corner? Well, Vasquez does have a player in support, but it looks like he may take this long. They're certainly setting up like they're ready to receive it. It's a short corner, but it's leading to a cross. That's not a bad ball. Over the head of the center back, Soriano, though. Barnes unable to keep it in on the far side. So it'll be another throw in for Weston, and they're, of course, in no hurry to take it. Stojanovic was looking for Bjelic. Stepping in to win it back was Ramadan. Stojanovic back to him. This is good work from Omar Ramadan, but he's dispossessed. And Weston will use the safety valve in their keeper, Rafael Glacier. This is a good run from Hagen. Still going Hagen, but the shot right into the breadbasket of Glacier. Well, Hagen's been so dangerous, especially off the dribble. But that man has made some key saves in this second half to keep the game in Weston's favor. Iskra into Ramadan. Out wide for Lang. Matei to clip it into the back post, and Glacier climbs the ladder to pluck it out of the air. So look at that chance from Hagen. Did so well to create the opening, but the shot was right down the goalkeeper's corridor. A long punt out from Glacier, got held up in the air, and now shielded out of bounds on the far side by Cisneros. Well stepped in by Henry, but it will be another throw in for Sockers. Final minute and a half of the 90. Lilowitz spins. Lilowitz puts it across and cleared away before Stojanovic could get on the end of it. Freitas, even in the 90th minute, continuing to chase and make it hard for the back line to get it forward. All 10 outfielders are in the Weston half for the Sockers. Bjelic into the corner for Lang. Lang Back to Matej. Matej flights it into the danger area. Stojanovic is up. Couldn't keep his header down. How much stoppage time will be added to the end of this one? We've seen stoppage time goals aplenty here at the U.S. Soccer Development Academy playoffs and showcase. And Stojanovic saying, hey, somebody's got to get a ball or you've got to add more time to the end of this match. As we are getting word, there will be 4 minutes of stoppage time. You can see the frustration on Stojanovic's face at the time it took to retrieve that ball. Lilowitz wins it. Stojanovic pokes it back. That one beyond Bjelic. But Matej steps in. Matej wins it off of Musetin. Slides it for Stojanovic! It's the equalizer! But the offside flag is up, so it will not count. Justin Lopez, the assistant referee on this near side, putting his flag up for offside. And is that the moment that denies the Soccer's passage to the quarterfinals? You can't tell from that angle whether or not it's the correct call. Stojanovic certainly thought he was through. And it remains 2-1 in favor of Weston. Minute has elapsed in stoppage time. I'm getting word from my production crew that he was in fact offside. Let's take a look at this angle. As the pass comes in. Oh, it was close. It was very close. I'm just glad I'm not the man with the flag down there along the flank. You can hear the frustration from these fans that Glacier's taking his time with this goal kick. Morales wins the header. Mejia pokes it on. Freitas quickly clouded out. Over the top for Matej. Soriano gets there first. And Soriano plays it out. It'll be a Soccer's throw-in. Almost halfway through the minimum 4 minutes of stoppage time. This ball floated in. Oh, they're asking for a handball. They're not going to get it. Falls for Bjelic. Plays it across. The shot is blocked. It's smacked clear by Musendin. Lilowitz and a sliding challenge from Soriano. And Soriano stabs it clear. Matej. And Mejia gets back to poke it out of bounds. So the throw will be taken by Lang. And anywhere will do at the moment for Weston. Trying to see this game out. The throw-in comes in from Lang. Oh, it falls for Stojanovic! Dipping volley, just doesn't dip in time. Stojanovic scored the Soccer's first one, thought he had the equalizer, and then almost found it that time around. So the throw-in came in. Lilowitz got the flick on, and then Stojanovic. Oh, it's such a hard skill, and he hit it so well. So unlucky, Stojanovic. So it'll be another throw-in. Screaming for a ball. And now a yellow card given for time wasting to Panunzio. Well, we've reached the minimum 4 minutes of stoppage time. You have to feel at least another minute is going to be added here. this one launched into the box. Pinballs around. And what's the call now? Oh, they're going to make him take the throw-in again, because the referee wasn't set. The Weston bench is pleading for the whistle to be blown. Instead, it's another flick on. Cleared out to Lang at the top of the box. Spielic takes the shot. And smothering it is Rafael Glacier. Weston FC are through to the quarterfinals of the U.S. Soccer Development Academy U-16-17 championships. Trailed 1-0 until the 58th minute when Vasquez stepped up and slotted home a penalty. And then in the 71st, Batista Hambra pushed home the winner after Freitas played it across for him. And it's the South Florida side who are going through to the last 8. Another tremendous match comes to an end here at the SoCal Sports Complex in Oceanside. We still have one more coming your way with the New York Red Bulls facing off against NYCFC. This one also in the U-16-17 playoffs. But for now, I'm Mark Serber saying goodbye from another good one here in Oceanside as it finishes Soccer FC 1, Weston FC 2.